Hi guys, welcome to the third tutorial on this project. I just want to say thank you guys for watching my videos. I really appreciate. Before we proceed, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, like my videos, dislike my videos. Drop your comment below if you've got something to say, got something to share, if you've got something in your mind. And if you need the source code to this project, please put it on the comment section below, and I will try to see if I could put it in my GitHub repository so that you could just go in there and download it for free. You could use it to compare it with your project, or you could even use the project. It's 100% free, so it's yours. Okay. In our last video, we spent so much time, making the video. Spent so much time on the tutorial, but this one will make it as brief as possible. Okay. Let's get started right now. Yeah, so in this tutorial we would be writing the CSS for the HTML that we created in our previous video. So before we proceed, we need to include the CSS file in our project. So I just included this. This was not, I don't think this wasn't done in our last video, so you just need to include this right now. So if you are following along with me, so include this in your in the head section right now, if possible. Okay, so we are going to be creating this right now, this style.css. We are going to be creating the folder, the file right now. So go there, call this style.css. Okay, so the file is empty now, so we are going to be writing CSS. So to make this tutorial faster, I will be pasting the code, and I will just do some brief explanation. Okay, let's continue. Hi. Okay, so I've pasted this. So I want the box size of the elements of my element to be border box. So the body, the font family is Josephine Sans. So this one is got it from the Google. Okay, you could see the link here. Yeah, so this is it. So it's got it from the Google font. So I've included the link in here. So without this link, sorry, okay, this will not work. So that is it. So this is the second option. Then the line height 1.5, color, font size, background, the background image. Now the background image, so this is the URL, because actually actually I did create a, there was not an image file for image file, image or images for this project. So I decided to go online and get some random images. So I went to this website. Oh, sorry. Okay, so okay, I went to this placeimage.com. So this is where I got the link. So it has different categories, so you could just choose from any categories. So this is the one that, for me, I'll use this. Okay, so that is it. And the good thing about this is that each time that you reload you refresh the link, or you reload the link, in different images is being displayed. A new image shows up. If you refresh, another image shows up. So that is it. It kind of make it the image more dynamic. Okay, so that is it. So Okay, I sent it, placed it on the center, then cover, then repeat with by color. Okay, I set the background size to auto, attachment to face, blend mode to multiply. Okay, so I will come back to this. So in our CSS we would make use of flexibles, very important. Flexibles, so important. Okay, then I set the header and the container to flexed. So the header width 90%, set the margin and the transition duration. So this is the header div. That is the div inside of the parent element, which is the header. So if you go through, go to the HTML, I'm actually referring to this div. This should go this way here better. So this div is the okay, the header is the parent to this div. So this is referring to this div. I noticed that my div is, this is big letter. It's supposed to be small letter, not big letter. Okay, so I set the margin to 0 auto. I justify content to center, align to text, align to center. Okay, so I'll save. Okay, if I want to view the HT, okay, I already did that in our last video, so no need of doing it. So I'll refresh. Okay. Sorry, let me go back to my HTML. I want to set it because I was doing so little tweaking on it. Let me set it to its original state. Okay, I think it's okay. Sorry, no, not yet. Um, um, okay, so yeah, that is how it is. Yeah, everything is fine. I thought I made mistake. Everything is, sorry, everything is okay. Everything is perfect. All right. Okay, so this is how it's displayed. Let me refresh again. Okay, so this is it. So this is the theory forms. Why it displays like that is because of the fact that the I think the parent element, which is this container, I set it to flex, the display to flex. That's why I show it like that. Let me remove it and let me just, oh, okay. Okay, let me put it back. Okay, so that is it. Now you see, now what I did is, this is the background image. You see that if I refresh, different images, a new image displays. Now if you see that, if you see the background is dark, is darker, the reason for that is so that the text on the page we stand out, so that people can, can be able to read it, so that the text can be readable. So why? It's because of this. So if I remove this now and I refresh, you could see, even this image is dark. Okay, Yes, sir. That image, the darker image that displayed, the reason why we could even see the text was because the image is originally dark. But the thing is that it's not all images that will be darker. You get my point. So that is it. So let me undo. All right, yeah. So I've pasted the next one. So where did I stop? I think I stopped in. Okay. Okay, I talked about the header 90% duration. Okay, I talked the header div. I've talked about that. So the next one is the h1. Sorry, the h1. Take this one off. So the h1 has a font size of 4.5 em. Now this is the h1. If you check, this is the h1. So there's only one h1 because it is the main heading. It is the main heading. So that was why I did it like this. So if there were more than one h1 element, so it kind of depends. For example, if I want all h1 element in my page to have the same styling, I could do it this way. But if I want some to have a unique style, maybe apply a color to a specific h1, then perhaps I would assign a class or a id, or I will use the parent element, and it also depends too. You understand? Like this. I can also do it like this. How maybe this will be the parent, and h1 will be in here, something that's similar like that. So it all depends. All right. So this is the h2 font. The h2 font size is 24 pixel. So we've got more than h2. Where is our h2? Okay, this is one h2, which is the heading for each of the form. You see, this one is for the registration form. H2 for there's also the h2 for login and for reset password. You understand? So I want all the h2s to be 24 pixel. So the container div, that is the div that the container, that is the div that is holding all the entire forms, which is this. Let me take it down. So it is the div that is holding the theory forms. Flex direction to column. Justify content center aligned and blah blah. The height, I set it to 100 vertical height of 100 VH. Then div. So this div class is for each of the form. So I want to style the form so that the code will affect all the three forms. So that was why I put this div here. Div, this register, this div grabs the registration form. You could see the reg div, the login div, the login div. Then the other one below too, the same. So I gave it a background color, a border radius, border top, border bottom, blah blah blah. So when I refresh, okay, you can see that the three of them, they have the same background color. You can see. So that is it. So I want to paste again. Okay, now this is the none and the block class. If you remember in our previous videos, we set a class to none, this none, and block. Okay, because okay, yeah, even this block we may not even need it, because if we really want element to display, all we just need to do is to remove the class of a block. But it's okay for learning purpose. It's good we are not even focusing on HTML, we are just focusing on JavaScript. Okay, that is it. So if we refresh, let me save and refresh. Okay, nothing is showing. This is the header. You see, so that is it. So it means that because the none is set to none, the block is set to block, the none here is set, the display is set to none. So that is why, if you could see the entire container, there is a main container holding the three forms, the classes, you could see that it has a class of none. So if I remove it and refresh, okay, only one form shows up. What about the other two forms? Okay, why is it like that? Okay, so the registration, if you see, the registration doesn't have a class of none. That is why this is displaying. Obviously, if you are going to a website for the first time, the first thing you have to do is to register. So that is why you are seeing this registration form in here. You understand? So the second one is the login form. It has a class of none. That is why you are not seeing it in here. The same thing applies to the last one, which is the reset password. You could see the reset div, it has a class of none. That is why you are not also seeing that in here. Okay, so that has been explained. So let me paste the next code. Okay, so we have pasted the new code. We have understand, this was where we stopped. So we pasted this downward. So this is the CSS for the form, for each of the forms. So this is the styling for the form, for each of the formats. You can see it, the padding, top left, bottom right padding. Then the label, the font weight, because the label describes the input field, so it is very important for it to stand out at least. So we set the font weight to 600, then pad it up to 10 pixels. Then the input, that is the input for this is for this and this. So this input type is not supposed to be in here, so I have to take it off because we don't have input type text. I don't know what I was thinking for me to include that in there. So we have the one for email, which is this two, and we have the one for password, which is this two. Okay, so for us doing it like this, it means that we are applying this code, this CSS code to all the input element in here. So that is it. So this is self-explanatory. Okay, so we don't okay, I actually put checkbox before, but I removed it because I felt it wasn't necessary. Now this btn number is actually referring to the buttons. Let me show you guys. See input type, submit, submit button here. You can see the class btn number. Yeah, btn number. So that is it. So we set the background color to black, text align to center, blah blah blah. You can see this style. Okay, so the button number. Okay, let me refresh before I proceed. Okay, you see. It's taking a good turn now. You could see that it's getting beautiful now, beautiful. All right, so in over button normal on hover state, that's where you take your mouse or your cursor around the button, where you take it to the button. Background color changes. The font weight. Is there font weight of 1000 until the maximum is it 7 or 800? I think it's 700. So the background color, sorry, the font color is black because the color will change from white to black when you take your cursor or you hover around it. The padding will change, the margin button will change. So on active, as when you click on the button, the color changes to red. Okay, then I'll take this thing, this text. So the email on over, the email and the password on over, that's where you over and it, you see they change to red. You understand? So when you hover around the button, you see the link changes to good. Okay, the form h2, that is the header for the headings for the form, which is this ones. You understand? This one for the registration, the login and the reset password. You see the padding, top left, bottom right padding. Then the link, which are these ones. Text decoration none. Color white, that is the text color. Transition duration, that is okay. You could see that it doesn't just change color. It's like it takes some 0.5 seconds to slowly change to get to its final appearance. Says so transition delay 0.5. So the form P, we set the form size to 30%, font weight to 700. When you hover around the link, it changes to good. That is what this is talking about. Then the form P active, that's where you click on the P, the color changes to red. So the feed set, let me show you guys. This is the feed set, and the feed set is where you when the password is being generated. So I remove the border, set the padding and the margin button. The feed set random password link. Okay, let's see which class this is. Oh, it's referring to this link, this particular link, not this one, which is this. You understand? Okay, so the float is right. You see that this one. Okay, let's see. Float is right. It's supposed to float right. Why is it floating left? Let's see. Let me take it off and refresh. Let me just take this one off. Okay, let me take it. We don't need that now. We are not right. We are not focusing on HTML. We are focusing on when you are working with Flexbox sometimes. Okay, so that is it. So this class clear. So that is all about it. That is pretty much about the CSS. So it's just It's just very basic. There you could you could improve on it on in your own way. You understand? So we are just trying to do this thing from the scratch so that we get to the final task, which is the JavaScript. Okay, so that I think that is all about the CSS. Then in our next video, we will be talking. We will try to create it in such a way that it is responsive across various devices. So we are going to be be making use of media query or media query, how you pronounce it. So that is it. Oh, sorry. So let me try and resize it. See the way is cutting off. So we're going to fix this in our next video. Very important, because one thing is this: when you are building a website, one thing you should take note of when building a web page is to ensure that they are responsive across various devices, especially in mobile devices, because most of the websites you see today, most of them are accessed. It shall let me say more than 60% are being accessed using mobile devices such as phones, tablets, tabs. So it is very important. It's only a few percent that is being accessed using computer. So guys, thank you very much for watching my video, and please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell once more. Thank you. So sit tight now and go straight to my next video. Thank you.